Surprisingly, as much as I enjoy older Disney games, I never got around to DuckTales until now. Developed and published by Capcom, DuckTales was released on the Nintendo Entertainment System in North America on September 14th of 1989. DuckTales is an action platformer based on the Disney animated series TV show of the same name. In DuckTales, you take control of Scrooge McDuck, who travels all around the globe, and even outside the globe, to find treasures in order to become the world's richest duck. Right off the bat, you'll notice the patented NES-era Capcom/Disney charm and colorful palette. As you scrounge around each area in the game with Scrooge, you will soon get used to the main mechanic of the game, which revolves around bouncing on your cane. Scrooge's cane essentially acts as a pogo stick, in that he is now able to reach higher areas, bounce off of things such as spikes, and eliminate most enemies by propelling off of their heads. Scrooge's cane also has a golf club type ability where if you press the action button next to certain blocks, he can propel them diagonally upward to eliminate enemies or help unlock items. DuckTales encourages exploration as lots of treasures, health items, NPCs, and secrets are hidden. Some require walking through walls, bouncing over them, or simply they are just straight up invisible and appear when you bounce through the areas. Most levels function the same in that there are usually checkpoints, and at the end there's a boss to defeat. The 5 levels vary in style well and help keep things fresh. The African mines, the Amazon, the Himalayas, Transylvania, and even the moon. You occasionally will be tasked to returning to a previous area in order to find an item, such as a key, to advance further in a different level. As mentioned previously, the graphics of DuckTales are bright and charming. The soundtrack is definitely up there with the Capcom and NES greats and features a lauded track in that of the Moon. While I can name a few that I prefer over it in the NES library, the Moon is definitely 8-bit glory for your ears. The controls can take a few minutes to get used to in regards to how Scrooge controls his cane, or the general differences in jumping, falling off vines to other vines, and so forth. However, after the short learning curve, you realize that the controls are fairly tight and responsive. Difficulty-wise, DuckTales is an easier NES game. I struggled mightily the first time or so in the Amazon level, believe it or not, but I think that's more so due to the fact that I never really played the game before, and I've never really been much of a dude on the first try type of gamer. Shortly thereafter, I was able to get my bearings about me, and I ended up beating the game in less than 2 hours. DuckTales is a very short game, not too difficult, but it has replay value. There are 3 endings depending on the amount of money that you possess. There's also hidden treasures and power-ups to be found that for a completionist could definitely spark a future playthrough. Overall, DuckTales is an NES classic and I now understand why. It took me quite a while to play it and I wish I had played it earlier, but better late than never. I give DuckTales an 8 out of 10, and I highly recommend it for fans of 8-bit platformers, Capcom or Disney in general. Until next time.